Welcome to another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game. We appreciate you being here once again. Another week, another show. We're not playing no games. Thank you for being a supporter of $1 Million Worth of Game. If you're not already following, subscribe, follow us on social media. Hit the link down below. Buy some merch. But we thank you for being here. But like, share, subscribe. Listen, man, $1 Million Worth of Game. We here. Continue to support us, man. Listen, appreciate all our supporters. Y'all not supporters, y'all family. Thank you for being here at another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, share, subscribe, buy some merch, and it's just like that. Right. You're now tuned into $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yes, sir.
Man. Listen, man, another NBA great up here, man.
Ooh, we got the guy in the building.
He that guy, man.
Spliff.
JR Spliff.
JR.
Listen, we get right into it, man.
One up, Spliff.
Listen, man, where that game come from? I mean, where did you get your game from, man? Coming up, young Jersey, where did it come from, man?
Today's show is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook, the one and only sports book of our show in Barstool Sports. The Barstool Sportsbook is made for you, loyal fans, listeners, and is the only place to find exclusive picks, parlays from Big Cat, El Prez, and $1 Million Worth of Game crew. You know us. Yeah. Follow us, to fade us is up to you. I show y'all my picks. I show y'all my parlays. I show y'all that I kick ass on Barstool Sportsbook. Yes. But Barstool Sportsbook is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code GILLIE, GILLIE, to get that $1,000. You hear me? Don't forget to use code GILLIE. Download Barstool Sportsbook right now, create an account, and use code GILLIE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. The Barstool Sportsbook lets you, however you like, daily odd boosts, live in-game wagerings, move the line, teaser bets, parlays, plus the biggest payouts. Casino is also available in selective states, table games, and slots. If you love us, you love Barstool Sportsbook, so download, create an account today, and be sure to use the code GILLIE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. That's the Barstool Sportsbook code GILLIE. Must be 21 to do this, and if you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
I mean, a lot of my shit came from my pops. Like, my pops taught me how to shoot. Like, ever since I was 3 years old, I was like shooting free throws from the regulation baskets, 10-foot rims. So it was like, once I really learned how to shoot, he kind of like guided me into like, you know, he really trained me to be a killer first, and then I learned how to like move into passing the ball and like, you know, pick and rolls and shit like that. So he taught me really early. But after that, growing up in Lakewood, it was like, it was a rugged game. You know what I'm saying? So we got, you know, it wasn't the nicest area, but growing up with my cousins and shit like that, we grew up fighting and stuff like that. So it was always a tough, we always playing 21 or 35, getting rough. And after that, my attitude kind of carried on. It just so happened that I always carried on being able to shoot. So that kind of stuck with me. So after I figured out the street game of it, like trying to make niggas fall and shit like that, and seeing like the show business of it all, like, for me, because early on I was always short. Like I wasn't as, I'm not gonna say I was always short, but I wasn't the tallest around the way. So I was playing the point guard, and just so happened like when I was a freshman year going into sophomore year, I grew like 6 inches. So I went from the point guard to being like 3 to 4. And I went from shooting outside shots to windmilling and dunking on motherfuckers over the course of like 3 months. So my game dramatically changed so fast that it was just like, oh, you can shoot, you can handle the ball, and you got the big man game now, because you 6'6", you 6'7". So it was like, I should just, it grew over time, but like shit just started happening for me real quick as at a young age.
Yeah. When did you know you was nice though?
Now I knew I was nice when I was like 6 or 7.
Damn.
The fuck.
Yeah, cause like for me, like shit. You know, and we don't talk about it. I talk about it a lot now. Like, but growing up, like I'm one of 6. And out of the 6, I'm the one who was like pretty much diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. So I had so much, I was so hyper as a kid And fortunately, we had, great parents who threw us in sports and shit like that. So that was a way for me that was my outlet to get my energy off and all of that. So anytime I got hit with some tough shit at school or something like that, I ran to sports. I ran to the court. I ran to football. I ran to baseball. So that's how I got so good so fast in all my shit, because it was like anytime I hit any type of friction or noise, it was just like it's my outlet. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. That's what's up, man. So you went straight from high school to the league.
Yeah.
How was that process for you? Being a young kid, what you said, you had 6 brothers?
I'm on the 6, so I got 4 brothers. Well, it's 3. It's 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay, so the house packed up for sure.
The house packed up. Getting drafted was crazy because, in the sense of like last 2 months, 3 months prior to the draft, I was going to college. Like up until the last couple All-Star games, all the top players and all that shit. Like other than that, I was going to school. I played well in them shits. Out of nowhere, they was like, "Oh yeah, he can go pro right now. He got the game." So for me, again, that shit just sped up again. It was just like I go from the mindset of walking into Carolina as a freshman, playing for Roy Williams, thinking we about to go for a national championship, to be like, oh, no, you ain't even got to go through that. And for me, it was even better because, for one, school wasn't my thing. Hearing about how they, talking to the players did and talking about how much control the coaches and shit had, it was just like, oh, no, I'm about to skip this whole process. Like, go straight to the L. So when I got to the league, it was like I'm going from dealing with dudes who's already going to be, either my age or a little older than me to grown men.
Yeah.
So I'm 17. I'm playing with dudes 33 years old, 34 years old, 35 years old in training camp, taking flights, hotels and shit. So I had I call it accelerated fictitious lifestyle early on, because for me, I'm going from high school to, taking little AU trips and shit, thinking I'm doing it, to actual Ritz-Carlton 5-star hotels.
The chicks,
like
everywhere. They waiting for y'all.
Everywhere.
Is it like
everywhere?
When you come out of
Damn.
when
You know he was blitzing them bitches like 4th and inches ball on the goal line.
Boy, I'm 18.
Nigga,
I ain't never been away from home. I've been away from home, but I ain't never been away from home on some
in the
like.
lobby.
Nah, it wasn't even like they was in the lobby like that. That's what really messed me up, because that's what I was expecting. I'm thinking like it's gonna be like
in the lobby,
like on some rush hour shit. But it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm 17, 18. I ain't know what to expect. I'm hearing all these stories and whatever. Yeah. But it wasn't like that. But by the time you went to the spot, everybody knew it was on. It was only place that like for my first couple of years was Vegas. That's the only place they ain't fuck with me, because they knew how old I was. Everywhere else was like, all right, you can get away with it. We know how old you is, but like,
you in the league.
Yeah, you in the L. Come on, yeah, come on. You 18, 19. You got bread. Yeah. Oh, come on, yo.
Could you really lose everything fucking around with the ladies and the cities and the clubbing? For sure. The clubbing.
Nah, one of my favorite Drake songs for real was like, you get too lost in bitches and fashion, you go missing in action. There's a lot of cats like that. Like you really get like I've seen dudes really get caught up in the lifestyle they was more worried about the lifestyle of the game opposed to the actual game, and that's one of the things Brian always told me that stuck with me. He was like, always keep the main thing. Like the main thing is hoop. That's how we got here. We gonna keep that first.
Kevin Garnett said that too.
Word, like not to say we can't branch off and do other different things and different avenues and all of that. But the only reason why we can do that is because we got this. So we got to take care of this first. You know what I'm saying? And that really, like, unfortunately, I learned it late, but it was something that really stuck with me. And I try to tell that to all the young cats, like, for real, like, don't get me wrong, you talented, you can do a million other things, but at the end of the day, this is what you make your bread off. This is your lane until this other stream that you picking up off is making either equal or you know what I'm saying, or more. So
you 17. When you got drafted, you were 17, right?
17. Yeah.
You got to the league, you 18, right? Mm-hmm. You around all these grown ass men. But I'm pretty sure that JR was not mature yet.
Nah, absolutely not. Not even close.
Okay. So What OGs did you piss off in that motherfucking locker room, man?
Who snapped on you? Who had to check you? You like, damn.
Man. Nah, a lot of cats had to check me for real.
But who's somebody that checked you and you was like,
No, because I heard about this one story. I just want to see if he gonna bring it up.
damn.
So Big Rodney Rogers, we got
Here
into
we go.
it, man.
Who?
So look, Rodney Rogers.
Big Rodney Rogers. Huh?
Is it Big
I call
Rodney?
him Big Rodney Rogers because at the time, I'm 17, 18. He like 34, 35 at the time. So that's like a real OG.
Mm-hmm.
And
let me explain, because he probably don't know who Rodney Rogers is. Rodney Rogers is a dark-skinned, husky nigga. I'm talking about dope fiend Frankfurt hands. You hear me? Motherfucking
Gripped
hands.
him up by his neck.
Right, he looked like he could choke a cow and kill him. You hear me? I'm talking, shut the fuck up. Like, he looked like one of them niggas, right? I just wanted to just explain, because he don't know who Rodney Rogers is. But go ahead, speak.
This Rodney Rogers right here.
Yeah.
Big Rodney.
Yeah, Big Rodney. Yeah.
that's my dog, bro.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So we was in practice one day. He was the first like grown man to really like square up with me. Not even square up with me, like throw hands, because he threw some haymakers. Luckily, I was a young boy and got out the way. I was quick on my feet. But
Why did he make us come? And Ronnie Brownskin too. But
you said what?
I said, why did he make us come?
So we was in practice naturally. I'm talking shit. So the older cats is like, I'm young, I'm fresh into the league. I'm,
What type of shit you talking though?
You playing ball, you cooking them?
I'm cooking, but like, I'm not talking shit. The other dudes was talking shit. Like the other cats was talking shit from me. Like they gassing it. The BD, Darryl Armstrong, they over there gassing the shit. So as a young boy, you catch a booth, you scream, you get like, you know what I mean?
So you dunked on a nigga.
I dunked on him, and he didn't really like it. And then it just so happened that I was playing. I had just started playing at the time, and I wasn't really playing. I should have been playing. I felt as though I should have been playing, and I started popping my shit. It's just what it is. What it is, and it happens more frequent than you think. So it ain't like.
Because people try to act like the Draymond Green and the Jordan Poole joint was just a singular incident. I'm like, these niggas be around each other every day. They grown, man. They go through shit. I'm pretty sure it happens all the time.
I seen people, dad be in the building while they get it shaking. They got choked out.
Damn.
Like while they pops are sitting there watching on the sideline, coming to practice, and I seen another grown man they got into it and he got choked out.
Damn.
In front of his pop.
God damn, you can't.
Like, that shit.
They go down.
Yeah,
Big Rodney got
down.
to throwing the motherfucking hands at you, though.
I'm getting out the way for sure. Well, I got out the way.
You slipped all that shit. Did you return fire?
I returned fire. I don't know if I connected. I don't think I connected.
They broke
Even
it
if
up.
I did, I think
That was more one of them. Get the fuck up off me.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
That was I'm getting out the way first. My main thing is when you get into a fight, you got to play defense first. So because you don't, first of all, like, especially if you're in the streets, you don't really know where shit coming from. You got to make sure everything is straight when you get lined up with somebody. So especially when you in the L, you don't really get it shaking that often, especially if it's in a game. And practice, they gonna let you. They'll let you get it rocking. When I was coming out, this is 04, 05, but now there's nah, it ain't even gonna get to that part. So when I even see them barking, it's just like, boy, meet me at the bus. If you ain't at the bus, then I ain't got no word.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. I got a little something new today. New Amsterdam Vodka is born from uncompromising passion for great vodka. This heartfelt commitment to excellence has enabled them to produce America's vodka from a superb taste and unparalleled smoothness. Their liquid is rated 93, 5 times distilled and 3 times filtered. So they really put this through a process so that this vodka can taste extremely well. Wow. When it taps your tongue. I just want to tell you that New Amsterdam Vodka is mostly inspired by those who stay true to themselves. True. Like me and Wallow.
Yes, sir.
Nothing is more true to themselves like $1 Million Worth of Game, huh?
Mm-hmm. Always true.
Right, because we don't care about what anybody thinks. But back to New Amsterdam Vodka for pursuing your dreams and celebrating with friends and having an epic night out. This is why New Amsterdam Vodka is what? the official vodka of Barstool Sports. A hard-working spirit flows through everyone. Everything New Amsterdam Vodka does, from the water they use to the grains they select. Everything, every step to distilling, the process. Find your wins with New Amsterdam Vodka. When you're out about at your local liquor store, make sure you get you some. Right.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Omega Accounting Solutions. Attention small business within, I'm talking about 5 to 5,000 employees. All you small businesses, you are responsible business owners who have continued to pay taxes and employ staff during the pandemic. Omega Accounting Solutions is a small business champion. I'm talking about they're the champion. Helping you and your business get back the money you deserve through the CARE Act.
How much they give back?
They get up to $26,000 per employee.
So if you have 5 employees, up to 5,000 employees, when you sign up for this,
$26,000 per.
You get $26,000 per employee.
Recover the payroll taxes you overpaid as a refund up to $26,000 per employee, even if you got the PPP loan. Learn if you are a good candidate in less than 10 minutes with a free consultation. Omega was recently named the #1 best ERC company for getting your ERC funds by Merchant Maverick, a small business comparison and review site. There's still time to find out if you qualify and file your claim. Again, up to $26,000.
So let me just break this down for you.
Employee.
If you got a small business, you got employees, you might be owed some money. So all you got to do is take 10 minutes out your time, fill this out. If you got 10 employees, you might get 10 times 26,000. If you got 5 employees, 5 times. If you got 150 employees, 150 times 26,000.
It depends. But I'm gonna say this: you got to, before we find out any of this, you got to take 10 minutes to see if you qualify. And what I need you to do now is call 855-505-DAVE, 855-505-DAVE, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com/Barstool Sports right now.
Right now.
Stop playing games.
Yes. And at one time, right, you was fucking them up on the memes.
I'm always catching the memes, bro. I don't know what it is. I got the gift. I don't know what it is, man. I can't get rid of that shit.
Yo, I'm talking about at one time, bro, you was fucking them up on the memes. And, you know, what's the best part about it is that, because, you know, they throw a lot of shit out there about me. I post that shit. I don't give a fuck. I laugh. I be thinking that shit funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? I smoke when I start crying looking at that shit, right? Mm-hmm. But the Cleveland game, what happened? Talk to, because you know, sometimes when you smoke a lot of weed, sometimes the cushion activates itself at the wrong time.
Nah, so I'm gonna tell you. I've been telling this story for a minute. Man.
You ain't never told it on here, and I ain't never seen it. What happened, man?
So first of all, I didn't realize that before the play that the situation happened on. I'm thinking Buddy went down there and missed the free throw. Didn't. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I wasn't already anticipating. I got KD sitting next to me, so 9 times out of 10. First of all, George Hill's a 90% free throw shooter. So I'm not expecting George to miss. Excuses, I know people want to say whatever. Call it what you want. But I got KD next to me. So on top of that, when the ball comes off the rebound, I'm sitting here like, I got a chance at this motherfucker. I grab a rebound. But any other time in that situation, even prior to that season before, since I've been in Cleveland, in those situations, we always call timeout, figure out what we're going to do, get organized, get L the ball, and we're going to go from there. So, of course, I take the ball out to the three-point line. All right, cool. Ain't nobody call timeout. We good. All right. I'm not about to just launch the ball across the court to you. I'm going to bring the ball up to the court, and then worst can worst, I'm going to get you the pill. This is what, if I'm sitting out here shooting the ball real tough, if I shoot the ball in that situation and I miss, they're going to sit here and blame it. What he doing shooting that shot? He ain't got no business shooting that shot. So for me, I look at it like it's a lose-lose situation anyway. Right. But at the same time, in my knowledge of it, like, shit, all right, cool. I got the ball. Ain't nobody call timeout. You clearly see I'm not about to go score. I got this 7-footer motherfucker right here. Right. So I bring the ball out. You still don't call timeout. All right, cool. I'm going to bring it up the court, get you the ball, because that's what we need anyway.
Right.
Y'all still don't want to call timeout? By the time I do all of that, we just realizing that we got a timeout and we got the ball. Right. All right, cool. So then they make the memes. It's like, it may seem funny to y'all, but to me, it's like, all right, cool. This is the finals. Like, boy, I waited since I was 3 years old to get here.
Yeah, it's a real
now
deal.
you try to make a mockery of everything else, and it's like, the worst part about it is nobody else say shit. It's just like, nah, wear that. You just take that. Like, boy, it's a basketball play. First of all, it's too many other things that could have happened other than just saying, oh, he took the ball out and just.
Right. And it's shit. Y'all probably had 16, 17 motherfucking turnovers that game. So you could put it on any turnover. You could put it on any play. You could put it on any missed layup. You could put it on the 7 missed foul shots. You could put it, so, that one play definitely wasn't,
We always say that in sports. Like, I've heard that shit since I was 5 years old. And I've been on the good side, obviously, and I've been on the bad side, obviously. So it's like, it's never going to even out. It just don't work like that. It's just not the way sports is. We say it just to make a motherfucker feel better, but at the end of the day, you still looking like
no. Man. But see, in that instance, is a little different. You know what I mean? If JR driving for a motherfucking wide open layup to win the motherfucking game and miss a wide open layup, then that's like, damn, dog, you got a rebound. You didn't shoot. It's not guaranteed that LeBron was going to make the shot. You feel what I'm saying? The clock was running there.
There's no guarantees to none of this shit, but it's only going to be looked at as such, and that's the only way it's been. That's what makes it so popular. That's why you see the memes and everything else.
I think it was just the fact that how you was running around with the motherfucking clock running there.
You got damn right. I'm trying to get shit. I'm trying to get the ball to safety. Yeah. Like, at this point, like.
But for me, being a nigga that fuck with basketball, knowing basketball, to me it is plays where you could be like, okay, no, they just saying that. No, man, we was up one motherfucking point. You shoot 79% from the foul line. You had 2 foul shots with 1.8 seconds left to put us up to win. You missed both of them bitches. You lost us the game, bitch. You 80% foul shooter. You missed both of them. That's something different from a nigga getting a rebound. He's not in position to score. The time running down. He might throw it to a nigga. He could shoot a 3. That's
not sexy,
bro.
It's not sexy. It's not what's up.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's totally different in my motherfucking mind. You feel what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
Let me ask you this: who the top 5 players you ever played with?
Ever played with?
Yes.
I'm gonna go Bron 1, Melo 2.
See, I asked him good questions. Cause he gotta leave a homie out.
I gotta leave a homie out.
Damn, he gotta leave a homie out.
Somebody gonna be sick.
Top 5?
Yes, you only got 5. Nigga played with some niggas too. Chris Paul, come on, that's 3. I love when a nigga gotta think like this.
Damn. And they just overall in their career, or in
your career, the top 5 niggas you ever played with on a team. I don't give a fuck if it's Ronnie Jenkins from high school. I don't give a fuck.
See, my shit, man.
You had 3. You got 2 more.
I gotta say J Kidd.
He got a couple niggas in his mind too.
He leave a bunch of people out.
Yes, he is. Damn, he gonna get a call soon as this motherfucker over. And I know what he about to kind of do. Can I put 2 niggas at 5?
I was gonna say, let me get an A and B. Let me get an A and B.
I knew he was gonna say that.
So I'm gonna go off I'm gonna go off a career opposed to actual like
game.
Yeah.
All right. So who is
I'm gonna go Chauncey
Gillups.
Yeah. But I want to go Sheed.
Wallace?
Yeah.
Philly boy. Ooh.
Because with Sheed, like, for me, like, J Kid, Sheed, like, what they meant to me that Knicks year, that and when I went 2013, when I won 6 man, like, that shit was like, they had me thinking like I was Mike, for real. Like, she would talk to me so crazy till it was to the point to where I would have to be so disrespectful to the person that was guarding me. Like, I literally looked at him like he was trash. And that shit, like you always want to have respect for your opponents. So, like, but she had me thinking, like, this is blatant disrespect at all times. Like, he ain't got no business in front of you, no none of that. And that shit really, like, that shit turned me into a killer that year.
Psychologically, he
he turned me into, like, it was on some what's my man name? Tyson, man.
Bodine.
Kaz, what's his name? The trainer.
I always used to talk.
Customato.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was, like, literally, like, I was a trained killer. Like, messing with she every day, like, I used to go to his crib after the games. Like, he had me like that. And it was just like, anybody in that moment. I remember it was a point in time I had like 30 almost had 30 at half, like 3 games in a row. And she was sitting there like, bro, you're supposed to have 70 every time you play these boys. Damn. I'm sitting there like, 70? Like, damn. She like, I know I'm nice, but like, damn. But he really had me on that time. And it wasn't like, but in a lot of my shit, especially towards the end, it was all like, you know, jumpers and threes and shit like that. But he had me get into the cup, like, nah, bro, you get into the Baja. This is how we get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up. When you was coming up, who was the most influential person in your life? Like, who winged you one up under and was like, no, I'm gonna show you how to really do this shit?
I would say BD, because BD was like there from the start. Like, from the time I got drafted. See, I didn't even notice at the time. Like, at the time, they didn't even want to draft me. So the owners or the coach and the GM and shit, like, the team didn't really want to draft me. But Willis Reed had a belief in me as he seen me play in this game and whatnot, and I did my thing. But when BD showed up at the press conference, and then like he took me to his crib, like pretty much gave me the keys to his crib, gave me his whip, like, yo, whatever you need, whenever you need, you come to LA, whatever. And it just so happened I ended up moving to LA before I got drafted. And I was in like Santa Monica or whatever. And I ended up going out there after the draft and shit, holla at BD. And since then, like, BD's been like my big bro. Like, that's like that's my OG since day one. And he took care of me from teaching me how to move and, you know, certain things to do, certain things not to do. Not to say he did everything right. You know, I obviously did everything right, but he really like took me up under his wing and like really showed me how to, how to orchestrate this shit, because I think BD was like 19, 20 when he got drafted. Yeah. And I was like kind of similar in age, and he was like, he understood what it was when you coming into this shit with grown men opposed to playing with other people like your age.
Yeah. Yeah. So you in the league. Unfortunately, you get into a car accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of your friends passed, right?
Yeah, best friend.
Your best friend passed. At this point in your career, dealing with the NBA and knowing how strict they are, how, you know, sometimes they only give you one motherfucking strike and you're done. You be motherfucking the king of the CBA. You be over there scoring 82 fucking points a game. They still don't let you come back.
Nah, for real.
Did you think it was over?
Yeah, I thought it was a wrap. See, I thought I was smooth until I went to jail. Like, when I went to jail, it was like I ain't never coming back from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I went through my whole hearing and all of that, and my lawyers sitting here telling me everything's smooth, you gonna get some probation and all of that shit, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, all that shit good and well, smooth, but I still lost my man. Like, before all this shit said and done. And that's what was like Andre Bell.
We want to say R.I.P. to Andre Bell. Send our condolences to his family.
Word. And, like when going like dealing through all of that shit and like not having nobody like from the league standpoint, like for me, like I grew up with my family. Like, I ain't hardly have friends growing up like that. So I grew up with like 40, 50 cousins.
Yeah.
So anything I ever went through, it was always with my family.
Yeah.
And anybody else, it was like if you was on my team, then we felt it together type situation. And that was like the first time like I really felt the separation and differential from hoop and business opposed to the actual personal life. Because I really felt like people started stepping away from me, stepping off and shit like that. Right. Especially when I went to jail. I'm reaching out to people. I'm getting the dial tones. I ain't getting like the responses I'm thinking I'm supposed to get from people who saying they love me, they care about me, they rock with me and everything else. And this go from coaches, players, and everything. So it's like, that shit really fucked me up. And then it put me in a different mind state to where I just started fucking with niggas who hoop, period. Who play any type of sport, and I just started hanging out with my homies. Like, ended up being, you know, not the best of cats, but it was what I knew. You know what I'm saying? And certain times that shit wasn't good for me either, but when I went through that time, especially like again, I say going to jail because like for me, I'm going from 18, I don't think I went to jail, I was 23, 24. I was 18, going from high school to being able to go to any store I want, when I want. They closing down the stores, buying what I want, flying on the jet here, going here, with this girl here, that girl there, going there, doing that. To out of nowhere, not only losing my best friend, but now I gotta go to jail. Like I gotta go sit in a box. And for me, I'm so high profile at the time, I got a name, they put me straight in PC. Yeah. So you go from not
23 and 1.
23 and 1. You go from moving how you want to move, and then people don't even realize, like, you say 23 and 1, it's like, all right, what's 23 and 1?
That shit
like,
serious.
Nah, boy, like, my door popped at 9 a.m. on Monday. My shit don't pop again till 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Night. Not 9 a.m. Nah, that shit pop again at 9 p.m. And I got that hour to go do what I need to do, go shower, make my phone call, go get my food, whatever. Help anybody else out on the tip because I got to look out for them because I'm in there 23 hours, so they got to look out for me too. So I got to make all that shit shake in an hour and then get back in my joint. And then on the weekends, my shit pop at 9 p.m. on Friday. My shit don't pop back until 9 a.m. on Monday. You don't even come out on the weekends.
You don't come out. No shower, no nothing.
No shower, no nothing. No shower, no phone calls, no none of that. So I'm going from this lifestyle where it's just lavishly, I'm moving around, doing what I want to do, to I'm hold you on pause, boy. You ain't going nowhere.
Now you're hoping somebody give you a magazine or a book.
But what?
Magazine or a book under the door. Yo, grab that from what's the name?
Man.
You reading every line in the magazine.
Every line on the book, on the magazine. Bro, when I tell you front to cover, I've never read, up until that point, right hand to the man, I've never read a book, magazine, nothing, front to cover. And I was 22, probably 23 years old. Front to cover, like everything. Line. You read. People don't even realize every line, what that mean on that joint. Like the smallest of the, I know what all that mean on that joint. Everything. I'm reading books that I had I'm reading chemistry books in there. Like I had no interest in chemistry, no whatsoever. But the fact that I'm sitting here and I have nothing else to do, this is the only thing. We had some girls across the way that I knew I was getting out in time, but these dudes over here got homicide charges and all this other shit. They got Jones on the other side doing sign language and shit. I'm catching myself up and trying to do some bullshit. I'm like, bro, I'm about to go home back to what I was going.
You sound lazy as chicks.
I'm telling you, bro, they had their whole this shit was crazy. And I'm really sitting here like I'm about to die in this motherfucker. And I'm getting out in 24 days. Some doing life now, it was wild. It was wild, but for me, it was crazy because again, I'm going from having this lifestyle to going sitting still, and then not only sitting still, but the people that I was rocking with and I'm riding for. Like you see me the way I play, so the way I am on the court, that's the way I am in the street. So if it's confrontation with anybody, I'm riding for you. On the court, off the court, we're going to lose money, we're going to make money. That's just how it's going to go. But when I got in that situation, it was just like, damn, these motherfuckers really don't fuck with me like
Nobody
that.
was saying, well,
You know
was
what
it how did the ladies treat you? Everybody dipped on you?
Nah, my lady, she not my lady now no more, but she my lady, but she not my lady.
Okay.
We divorced. She held me down.
That's what I'm talking about.
She held me down. That's my kid's mother. I fucked it up. She was rolling. Word.
That's what I'm talking about. But like, it's like, you know, you had a moment coming out of jail. After the prison thing, you come home. Was it ever that moment when depression hit? Or you just was like, what the fuck? Like, what I'm gonna do? And it really had you down in life?
Yeah, for sure. I've done a few of those, man. Like, it's hard because for me, like, I'm already a overthinker, and I've been blessed to go through certain obstacles in my life and continuously persevere. And people keep asking me how you keep doing it. I just tell them I keep waking up. Like, I ain't about to L myself out. So it's like I'm gonna keep growing at it. And for me, it's just like shit you just learn over time. Like, you just learn what not to do. Like, a lot of this shit for me was I had to be self-taught because I was either hard-headed or naive to the fact that certain shit could or couldn't happen. And a lot of times my talent has lifted me over through a lot of obstacles and the outlets I've had, but sometimes that shit run out. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned in this last 2 years of really not playing and really being in school and trying to better myself is my self-preservation. Because if I know if I can't preserve what I got for me, I can't give it to my kids. And that's the biggest thing that's in my life. Like, that's the most important thing. I do all of this shit for them. So at the end of the day, if I can't provide, I can't be the person I want to be or need to be for them, then none of this shit matter.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Did you know that it can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position? That's almost 2.5 months.
Yes.
So if you're hiring for a growing business, do you really have that kind of time to wait? Like, do you have that type of time?
Nope.
Well, if you're listening today, I got some advice for you. Stop waiting and start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all the roles fast. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/game. You're talking about for free.
Yep.
Right now, you could use it for free. And, you know, how is it? ZipRecruiter is so efficient at helping you hire. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send the most qualified people for your role. You can check out the people that ZipRecruiter send to you, and if you really like one or two,
hire
you
them.
can personally invite them to apply with one click, which may make them apply even sooner. Stop playing games, get with ZipRecruiter. Plus, here's how quickly ZipRecruiter can help you hire 4 out of 5. I'm talking about 4 out of 5 who post on ZipRecruiter get a qualified, I'm talking about somebody that's quality candidate within the first day. I'm talking about that first day.
So ZipRecruiter don't play no games.
They don't play no games. So speed up.
Qualify, you look, you're hired. Whip, whip.
No
Let's
games.
get it.
So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. See why 3.3 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. Just go to the exclusive website to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/game. And again, ZipRecruiter.com/game. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Today's show is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook, the one and only sports book of our show in Barstool Sports. The Barstool Sportsbook is made for you, loyal fans, listeners, and is the only place to find exclusive picks, parlays from Big Cat, El Prez, and $1 Million Worth of Game crew. You know us. Yeah. Follow us, to fade us, it's up to you. I show y'all my picks. I show y'all my parlays. I show y'all that I kick ass on Barstool Sportsbook.
Yes.
But Barstool Sportsbook is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code GILLIE, GILLIE, to get that $1,000. You hear me? Don't forget to use code GILLIE. Download Barstool Sportsbook right now, create an account, and use code GILLIE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. The Barstool Sportsbook lets you, however you like, daily odd boosts, live in-game wagerings, move the line, teaser bets, parlays, plus the biggest payouts. Casino is also available in selective states, table games, and slots. If you love us, you love Barstool Sportsbook, so download, create an account today, and be sure to use the code GILLIE to unlock your $1,000 bonus. That's the Barstool Sportsbook code, GILLIE. Must be 21 to do this, and if you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight, where we give you the news you can use.
Yes.
Today we got Chicago's own, my man Smitty. And listen, what Smitty gonna do, teach you how to build a legacy off of borrowed money. Damn, teach you how to build a legacy off of borrowed money. But what you need to do from the rip to get this free masterclass from Smitty, I'm talking about Rich Decisions University. What you need to do is text FREE, FREE, to 909-473-4174. 909-473-4174. Text FREE. He's going to give you a free masterclass and to teach you how to build a legacy off of borrowed money. Smitty, man, you come from Chicago. Before we get started with Chicago, what you got to ask me about the chicken thing? I don't know.
What chicken better? Uncle Remus or Harold's?
Don't
lie, nigga. Don't lie,
Hold
nigga.
on, let me say it.
I like Harold's better.
All right,
I like Harold's better.
because listen, he
I
from
like
the West
Harold's
Side,
better.
so all the West Side niggas gonna say Uncle Remus just because Uncle Remus is a West Side chicken joint.
I'm gonna go with Harold's.
Oh, he can't go back home.
I'm gonna go.
He's not gonna be able to go back home for about this shit.
Yeah, they gonna slap me all in this game, but that's something different.
I put on for the city. We ain't
listen,
doing that. They know.
The whole thing, Rich Decisions, you got to make Rich Decisions University. What I'm talking about, you got to get people the game of how to build a legacy off of borrowed money. Like, how is that going? And what can you teach the people? And what is going to be in that free masterclass? But tell them what, building this legacy off first. Give them that first.
Got you. So I could just teach people kind of like my game plan and my journey and how I did it. So I could you can repeat the process. So I got my LLC. I had a good credit report. So if I leverage my LLC with my good credit report, I can get access to what we call it business credit card stacking, lines of credit stacking. If I can learn a sequence of what banks give me high limits with this specific credit score, this specific LLC, I can get access to 100,000, 250,000, right? Then I take that money. You only use this credit money to be able to make money off of it. It's called good debt. We call it good debt. We leveraging the debt to be able to make us money. This is people do to become rich, right? So what I do is I take that LLC, that good credit report, and then I start a business with it that's gonna make me cash flow. So the first thing I started was a semi-truck company. That was my first idea thing I wanted to do to be able to make a lot of money, as best as I can. I started that. I also took that.
How old was you when you started?
That was just 2-3 years ago.
I
just started this whole business stuff 2-3
How old
years
was
ago.
you?
26.
All right, go ahead. Keep
26.
going.
Yep.
Keep
So
spinning.
then I used the same method, the same leverage, going to banks, being able to get lines of credit, business credit cards, liquidating the money off those, and being able to also obtain some Airbnbs in Miami. So I went on a big deal. I did like 10 Airbnbs we had 20 Airbnbs, but we went half and half with one of my partners. So I got 10 Airbnbs. He got 10 Airbnbs. Big project in Miami. I leveraged my credit to do so. No money out of my pocket type of thing. Like, even if I had like $1,000, $2,000, I can get access to the money, borrow it, and then at 0% interest, right? And then obtain something that's gonna make me cash flow. So now that's in my truck probably cash flow me $8,000 a month, and I'm at home chilling. My Airbnbs in Miami, we put it on autopilot. That probably cashed me anywhere from $6,000 a month, $8,000 a month. So I'm just literally repeating the cycle of leveraging the money to be able to start me stuff that can make me cash flow. So now I want to be able to present a blueprint and a layout of how people can do it as well.
So I'm Johnny Nobody, right? Mm-hmm. I first of all, I text FREE. And to 909-473-4174. I text FREE to get the free, a masterclass. What happened then? And I don't know nothing.
Right.
I'm sitting on the couch right now, a loser like he was, in my mom's crib, eating up all the food, playing the game, just a big loser, a grown adult loser. How do I get in the game using this? Right.
So if I expose you to how you can start from scratch, the first problem that everybody run into is they got bad credit. So it's 60% of the world got bad credit. So the first thing is to teach you how to clean it up or to put you in position to get somebody to clean it for you. So that's the first step. So we need to teach you how to clean it or you need to get it clean. That has to happen. Then we got to learn how to build it. So we have to learn how to structure and build our personal side and the business side properly, how the banks want us to build it. So if I teach you how to build it, if I teach you how to clean it, and I teach you how to build it, now I'm teaching you the funding side of it. Now this is how and which banks do we go to? Take our LLC and our good credit report. Which banks do we go to be able to extend how much money we can get for ourselves to be able to go leverage?
What's the best banks to give them? Give them a Jew. What's the best banks?
Man,
right
the crazy part is Philly got the banks. Philadelphia got the banks to give out the bag.
What banks? Truist?
Key Bank, Truist, Univis. Y'all got some credit union. I think Philadelphia
Federal Credit.
Yeah. Federal Credit Union. I like those. Like, so what we'll do is some people be like, well, I don't live in Philly. We got to play where we'll set you up a foreign entity so that we can get funded in all 50 states. So now I can come to Philly. I got a foreign entity in Philly because of those banks give us the bag. I can set up a foreign entity in Philly.
And this all legit. This too legit to quit.
This is legit 100 million%.
Like MC Hammer.
100%. So if I get my foreign entity come in Philly and go to see all 4 banks that giving out the bag, I don't have to live here, but I can set up a virtual address, right? A virtual business address in here, and I can set up a foreign entity and I can go get funded in Philly with all these banks. And then I can go get business credit cards and lines of credit from each bank if my business has been open for 2 years and I have two-year tax return. If you don't, which a lot of people don't got that. So we can still go in here and get business credit cards, leverage the good personal credit, the LLC, no matter how long it's been open, as long as you meet the requirements on the personal side, we can be able to go in here and still get at least minimum business credit cards. And it may be, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 limits per bank. So I may come out here and get 100 on the lower end. If you're in my position where you got a business that's been open for 2 years, you got tax return, I might come out here and get 300, 400. I'm taking that and I'm going to learn an investment module or a business module is going to be able to create me cash flow once again, or I'm putting it now. I'm a brand.
And how much you got to pay off a month?
So if I borrow 100,000, so let's say I gave you 100,000, man, I think we're going to pay like $1,000 a month. If I gave you $100,000 and told you to pay me $100,000 a month, would you take it?
I'll burn you, but see, I'm old school. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, of course I'll give you $1,000 a month.
99% of the world would say, man, I'll take it.
No,
Just
but
use the same mentality.
how much is it usually about? Like
$1,000 a month. If I borrowed, so I'll break it down like this. All right, say this.
I said that to you the other day.
I'm gonna break it down to him. I'm break it down to
him.
him.
Like $1,000 a month, but I just wanted to ask him.
If I got 10 credit cards, right? They got $10,000 limits. That's $100,000. If I take this whole $10,000 and use it to my business or marketing to grow my business, right? I'm only gonna have to pay $200 a month back on this card. Around that, I'm not saying it's exact, but around that amount. And then if I got 5 cards, if I got 10, whatever case, maybe that might be 2,000 with 10. Or if we got 5 cards, it'll be 1,000. That's what I was going off of.
Let me ask you a question now. Is it better that you pay it all back or pay more than what you like? How do it go? Do it matter?
So I do.
Or
it
you
like
pay the minimum?
While you investing and you cash flowing, I'm not in a rush to pay the money back because we got it at 0% interest for a certain amount of time. So the cards we go after, we got 0% interest for 12 months, 18 months. So if we got 0% interest for that period of time,
all I gotta do is get that flat 100,000 back.
So now they borrowing money for free. You gonna give me $100,000 for free? And I can use it to flip it to make me more money. I give you back money. I don't gotta pay extra money. Oh, come on, we can run this because this makes sense. And then, but after the interest kick back in, you don't want to be borrowing that money out no more. You just investing in all that stuff because you gotta pay the interest on it now.
So you got 12 months to get off.
Yeah,
you got 12 months to say, you know what?
Make it happen, baby.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do this food truck, or I'm gonna go get me a truck,
100%.
2 trucks. I'm gonna get me a flatbed and get 3 to 4 flatbeds and do this. Whatever you want to do, you got 12 months to get that shit off and pay it back. After that 12 months, that shit kick in on you.
It's gonna kick in on you. So you should be in the midst of trying to invest your money to at least make that money
make
back.
That shit right back.
Putting it back on that credit card, paying it back off. So we leveraging the debt to create the cash flow to put in your pocket, but also pay this money back so that you can make money off the money, but also pay it back so that you can either use it again. Or
once you pay it back, you can go in and get some more.
What? We're going to get more. We're going to get a whole rack of second round of funding. We call it 1 round, 2 round, 3 round. We can get credit is to infinity. Like there is no cap to how much money I can be able to get access to over a long period of time. Over a long period of time, I get access to $2-3 million in credit. I'm already at $750,000.
Give him that number again.
Listen, man, I need y'all to get this free masterclass. I'm talking about, he's talking about build legacy off of borrowed money. I'm talking about Rich Decisions University, text free to 909-473-4174. 909-473-4174. Text free right now. He's going to give you a free masterclass. Smitty is going to give you the game. I'm talking about, man, listen, how did you like
hold on, I got to give out a number 2 because he was talking shit. Call 1-800 I cook the shit out of Smitty. I'll barbecue bake this nigga. He been talking all that basketball shit.
You showed him a slam dunk.
1-800 I cook Smitty ass.
The only thing about that, Gilly, I'm not them though, man. I'm a different breed, but my name to go for a reason.
You said you a different breed, but you wasn't playing nobody in the video, right? You just was slamming.
But I got videos where I play.
You was slamming on the naked court. You was slamming on the butt naked court. What, the court was butt naked?
Just
The court
Google
was
me.
butt naked, dog.
I
You
don't
did
do
it.
no-
You dunked on a butt naked rim,
Just
bro.
Google me.
Yeah, that was wild.
Can we say that?
Like, Google you.
Yeah.
What high school?
Yeah, all
What
types of
college you
business
played
shit
for?
come up when
Lionstown,
I
we was
Google
second
you.
in state too.
Who you
second
played
in
for?
state? Jabari Parker and them was in our state. We was
Second don't mean first. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Fuck
That's
is
cool.
he talking about? He was
And
the
he was
first
coming off the
user.
bench.
And he was coming off the bench. Nigga averaged
Nah, I
4
was
off the
starting.
bench.
I was
Nigga-
starting my senior
Nigga was a
year.
bum nigga jump high. He averaged 4 boy. All he wanted to do was get on the fast break so he could try to get a dunk.
Nah.
That's all he wanted to do.
Nah.
I knew you
I was
tight,
the best
man.
player on my team.
Talk
I was
about
getting
googling.
buckets. I was
Nigga got
getting
2
buckets.
highlights. A put back dunk off a miss and a couple fast breaks. Man, I ain't trying
Yeah,
that
they
shit.
got you
When I
fouled.
Google you business shit
Yeah.
come up, they say
You
you
do
one
that
of the
too.
best business credit niggas out.
was it.
Man, I
I'll
don't wear
take
the
that.
rest of
I'll
this
take
shit.
that over hooping any day.
All right, so now what is you going to teach him in this free master class that they're going to get? What you
So
going to teach
I
him?
want-
And I don't know nothing. I'm just Johnny Nobody, and I don't know nothing. And I'm coming into the class, so what I'm going to learn?
So we need to teach you how to clean it, build it. So clean the credit, build the credit, and then fund yourself. But also, once you learn that module, then that sequence like that, we can be able to leverage that to make you money as well. So we can do it for yourself. I want you to be able to clean your credit up, build it properly, how the banks want you to build it, get access to the money to do your own thing. But not only that, but let's learn this module to make you money now. So now somebody else don't got the expertise of how to go get 100K with their LLC. They just got an LLC. You come in with the expertise of knowing how to get 100K with it. Okay, let's start you your own funding company. Let me teach you how to start your own funding company. So now you can get other people's LLCs access to 100,000 and take a percentage. So now I can teach you how to get an $8,000 payout, $10,000 payout for one client by getting them access to 100,000, 200,000. That can
and
change
then,
your life.
And then if a motherfucker don't know how to get the money and you like, no, I can get it for you, then they like, all right, because 9 out of 10 motherfuckers gonna say, see what you can get me. In your mind, if you're a hell of a finesser, you already know what the fuck you can get them. So you're like, all right, let me put some work in. You hang up, you smoke some weed like me, if that's what you do. You might be a brewski warrior. You might be a brewski warrior. You know, you might, extra time to jerk off like low, Then you call them back, all right, I did my investigation. I can get you 100,000. What? Oh my God, what I gotta give you? All you gotta do is give me 10,000. Nigga, hurry up, get it for me. Bring it to me. They're gonna be happy as shit to give you that $10,000 because that's $90,000 of money that they did not have.
That they probably would have never got. And this is a thing I'll say to people that some people would think like, man, this stuff hard, or I gotta learn this and that. Man, being broke is hard too. You know what I mean? You building wealth or you getting access to new
that's
information.
easy. Gil used to be broke, eating his mom food up, playing games on the couch, smoking bad weed.
That stuff hard. So like you building your legacy or learning what you need to learn to get yourself in the next position, that might be a little tough. But you pick your heart. That's why I like to present to people like pick your heart. You better want to do this type of stuff.
Gil used to smoke
for you.
hard. That crack cocaine. He used to smoke that hard. He loved that hard. So he picked his.
He do because he think he can beat me in basketball.
Yeah,
so I understand where you're coming from. Matter of
go.
fact, this makes sense now. It's all.
He used to put it in his blunt.
It's
that
all
hard
making
coke.
sense to me now. I get it. I get it. It's okay.
That's all good.
Yeah.
He was wild, but see, this now I go in there, and how long do I stay in this match? Is this class and is it a follow up? Like, what do I get?
Yeah, so we do like a 45-minute session. I just need 45 minutes of your time, probably an hour. We stay on there and I give you the game.
So you bad like that. You need an hour. I'm gonna understand all this shit.
I'm gonna break it down to you where it's very clear for you to understand, and you can take actionable steps off the free stuff. Here you go, do your thing. So one of my big goals is this, right? Why Smitty teach people stuff? Why you want to teach? I want to be able to build a community big enough that I can come together. If I teach you how to get 100K, you how to get 100K, and I got a community of 1,000 people, they all know how to get access to money, right? And when I bring y'all all back together and we do a big project, everybody put in 20,000. Let's do a group economic. We can buy a skyscraper. If I teach everybody in my community, I got probably 1,000 people in my community. If everybody go get 100K, $200,000, I tell people, I'll set it up to fund this big investment for all of us to be able to do something bigger than we ever probably can imagine. Because if we put together $1 million, $2 million, we go get something that's worth 10 million, 20 million. And then now we cash flow off of that and we divvy up the percentages however we got to divvy up. That's one of my goals that I want to set up for my community, that people that's coming in and tapping in with me, and how I want to set things up. If I teach everybody to go, fishing, get the money, we can come back together and we can put something bigger together. That's
major, man. Now, what y'all need to do right now, y'all need to text free. I'm talking about Rich Decisions University, but text free to 909-473-4174, 909-473-4174. He's going to give you a free masterclass to teach you how to build legacy off of borrowed money. One more question. How did you beat the streets of Chicago and go this route?
I never was super in the streets like that, but I seen some bad stuff happen quick. You know what I mean? So one of my other terrible stories that made me just snap out of all that, not doing that wild stuff, was when my friends got killed. I was living with one of my guys. We was real tight, and then we went outside, we having fun and stuff like that. We come out of the club, he get shot, he get killed. My roommate. That threw me all off. I'm like, nah, this ain't the type of path I'm trying to go down. You know, I got family members that was already went down that route too. I knew I got learned what not to do. Like I seen what was going on with that route. I ain't want that. You know what I mean? But I was just in the midst of doing all the crazy stuff a little bit at first because I got, you know, that's all I knew too. When I was just seeing it, I'm around, it's my environment. I snapped out of that stuff. Like there was one day when he got killed, bro. I got to thinking, bro. I'm like, I don't want to die, type of stuff. And I just started seeing too many people around that I knew dropping. Man, that stuff, I got to get out of my environment. So the first thing I thought was, if I move away from this stuff, I don't have to be in it, you know, to consume it. Because it's like, bro, if you put a baby in a room with people clapping, the baby start clapping. And it's like natural. It ain't even a thing that I kind of got drug into it a little bit more so than me wanting to do it, type of thing. So I had to snap out of it, really. I think that woke me up, though. My best friend getting killed, I think that woke me up.
And now you're on the next level, man. Once again, text that number, man. Text free. The 909-473-4174,
Yes.
man. And check him out, Smitty the GOAT _ on Instagram. Listen, man, he gonna give you a free masterclass, man. Teach you how to build legacy off of borrowed money, man. Anything you want to say before we go, Smitty?
Also, I wanted to shout you out and appreciate you for man, the episode you did that really touched me too with the Chicago one you did.
Oh yeah, we was in there.
I felt what you felt when you was telling them what you was telling them, because now that's how I feel, that I seen the other side of this shit. Cause like I know that they don't know. Like they only see in a part of what they're a part of, but they don't know the other side of this shit. And this other side of this shit is big, bro.
It's big.
It's green on the other side.
The other side
They
of
think
outside
that-
of your neighborhood.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Outside of your neighborhood is vast. I'm talking about it's the world waiting for you. It's a bunch of opportunities, man.
And that really pushed me, like, damn, you know what I mean? I really got to push my measures harder, because I feel the same way that you felt on that video. It's the same way I feel that when I could teach people like this type of stuff, so that they don't got to do what they've been doing. And that stuff, like, that's not even comparable to this stuff.
Yeah.
You don't be making millions for real doing that stuff. This business world, this is where you make the millions at. That little petty stuff that they be doing, they think they making money, that stuff not nothing. But you know, I just wanted to say shout out to you for that.
Well, listen, man.
man.
Shout out to Smitty. Shout out to Rich Decisions University. Once again, text free the 909-473-4174 and get the free masterclass. This was another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight, and it's just like that. If you could change anything about the NBA, what would you change? Coming from a player perspective.
Coming from a player's perspective, I wish it was more like I wish they had more for people who didn't. I would say, like, not so much paying out, but like people who just don't got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no rule book to this shit, and for me, they're getting better with it now. But like when I was coming out, and which made it so hard, because they always threw a knock on dudes who's coming out of high school, and like there was no preparation for this shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't prepare you for, and nobody could have prepared us for social media and what we got going now. But like at the same time, there's the lack of preparation going into it, and what the expectations and how to budget your time and all of that. They could have done a lot better with showing you how to be an adult in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we all got our time, and we as men, we don't like to be told what to do. But for some of us who come into a shit ton of money really early in age, and we only got a certain span to really make this money and really get to that bag, unless you're really fortunate to make it, like there's no guidance to it. There's no guidance with it financially. Like, I was walking into tellers at 19, 20 years old, really never really having a conversation and understanding what was going on, just asking these people for 20, 30,000, knowing I had it, but like not really understanding the transaction of it, what I'm doing with it, what's going on with it. I'm gambling with it, I'm not gambling, like how
You just needed it on you.
I just I didn't even need it on me because I've never really been a cash dude, but I'm playing cards. I'm playing cards with Chuck, Mello, Kmart, Camby. We got 30, 40,000 on the table. You lose 30, 40,000 by the next trip, you got to pay 30, 40,000.
Right. What's the most you ever lost?
The most I ever lost in a game was probably like 20,000, 25,000.
What's the most you ever seen somebody lose?
Like 200.
Damn.
Word.
Playing cards.
Playing cards.
That was a plane ride from
And
Philly
that was a
to
plane ride.
LA.
No bullshit. That was a
6-hour
plane ride. I seen somebody lose down there $1 million at the casino. And but when I tell you, took it like a champ, like wasn't worried about it, no nothing. Like, bro, I'm not that type, bro. I win 500 at the slots, I'm gone. Like, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm never gonna win that much. Right. But you lose a damn near an M, and you not even sweating.
Oh, he's a big
like
boy.
you just. I'm like, boy, you different.
You different. God damn.
You different.
I wouldn't have slept right for 2 years.
Shit. Different.
God damn. An M in one night.
And like it was a breeze though. Like just I'm sitting there like, bro, that's 300,000. Just like damn. That's when I knew it was just like, this shit ain't for me. This shit just not for me. Because if I ever get to that point where I'm doing shit like that with money like that, and I know where I come from, like I can't. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
It's just not happening.
Right.
That's cars and everything. Like I look at this shit like if I'm gonna be selfish with it, I look at so much other shit that I could buy for me and do for me. Then
with 300,000 and 800,000.
and you throwing these shits away in hands like.
Yeah, that's crazy. $1 million in a night.
Now, NBA. I think these young cats today is just energetic. They ain't playing no games. If you had to pick 5 from right now, not including no KD, no LeBron, none of them. Kyrie's, you can't include none of them. I'm talking about the young guys. Who are your 5?
Young guys, Ja. Luka. This is no order, right? This is just picking 5. Ja, Luka. Anthony Simmons. Oh my God.
Portland.
Gotta go J. Poole. I'm gonna go with y'all boy, Maxey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like
Maxey's
Maxey.
a beast.
I work out with him a lot in LA. That's my young boy.
He's a fucking beast.
He's a problem.
He's a
No fear, no nothing. But he a wholesome dude though. Like he ain't trying to be nobody. He not. He's just a dude that want to hoop, and that's all he about.
Yeah.
I respect.
Every time you see him, all he do is smile.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
He ain't gonna have no bad days. I'm looking at this dude every morning, 7 a.m. I'm over here, bitch, grunting. I'm old, getting out the car. He over there. Yo, what's good? We ready? We ready? Like, damn.
You ready to get
I
your
do this little
business.
young motherfucker, 7 a.m.
Shout out to his
Straight
uncle,
up.
you nut ass nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now-
I hope he beat the shit out of Dallas, you nut ass nigga.
Now, when you came in the league, right? You didn't have no. There wasn't no people to give y'all no game or information that played the game before y'all and understand about the women, the drugs, the groupie men.
Man, people don't talk about that enough.
Because what happened is you go to these cities, you're an athlete, you're that guy. Next thing you know, you in the clubs, you understand, because everybody's going to cater to you in the city. The strip clubs, the food spots, the regular clubs. And then it'd be a movement of people. It'd be this movement of women that's for everybody that might just look good. You understand, you fresh, you wet behind the ears. And then you got a movement of men who might got money, just want to be close, which now they want to ride. So now you don't know no better. You in whatever city you in. Especially if you ain't in one of them quiet towns like a Denver, like a Salt Lake City, like a Portland. If you ain't in one of them cities,
Seattle,
if you up in
Milwaukee,
you up in LA, you in New York, you in Miami,
action.
Philly, all these it's going down.
Yeah,
the
for
chicks,
sure.
the chicks is on you. Somebody trying to get pregnant ASAP.
Immediately.
Somebody trying to be a baby mom. What do you think the league needs to establish so these cats could be on point when they coming in? Because that money hits your account, and it's like, all right, it's like when that money hits your account and you come from where we come from, it's a lot of problems. Because it's not like sometimes the other side. The white cats, when they come to the league, they people already be set up. Got the crib, got the house. You know what I mean? He bought his dad the truck, they happy. He don't even really need.
Yeah.
But us, we got to come in, and everybody looking for us. You got to buy your mom a crib. You got to buy your brother a crib. The two homeboys, they doesn't even tell you nothing, but they whole things, yeah, man, this boy, he going to the league. I'm ready to give me a chain, a rollie. I'm ready to give me a Wraith. They be counting the money. Like you got so much pressure when that check in, you putting your hat on. Everybody adding the money up. Damn, he gonna be what's his name? All right, he going to LA. I know I'm moving out there with him. You got 5 homies out here with you. You got a whole apartment joint that's with them. You keep getting complaints from the supervisors because they smoking weed, running bras out of there all night. You at practice, you don't know what's going on, but you got the bill and they keep calling you.
Yes, sir.
What is like is there anything set up or should be set up in the league so people could get these guys the game about how to?
It isn't, but I think it should. Like, and honestly, I think it comes in tiers, and it's our responsibility as the former players. And I don't even think it's on the league. Like, I really think it's on us as the players. Like, and it's certain. When I say tiers, like, because everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't come through this thing the same. So you got your lottery picks. You got the dudes who you know is going to be. I mean, pretty much the dudes who's going to stick for the next couple of years or whatever. But you got to, even within those lottery picks, you got at least 4 or 5 dudes who you know is like that really got an opportunity to be that dude. So if you got a guy like a Zion or let's say KD, just for circumstances, but like a type of tier dude like that coming through the league where you know he about to make waves, you got to sit him down and put him with other dudes who've been in that situation, who've been 1 or 2 picks, 3, 4, or 5 picks, who understand the circumstances of the pressure you about to endure, the money you about to endure, the females that's about to come into it, all of that. And it goes down from, those top 5 to top 8, 10 dudes to the 10 to 20 dudes, and then the dudes who like scrapping to stick around. Because believe it or not, the dudes who be scrapping to stick around is the ones who really live in check to check, blowing their shit because they trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because at this point, you barely baking bread, but you still playing on a team with Bron, Kyrie, Kev, other dudes who out here driving the roses and the fans, and they switching up different days and
different
whatever. And you know what I'm saying? You may not he making $40 million. But because you play on his team, you thinking we making $40 million. No. He making $40 million. You making $800,000.
Right.
And it's easy for dudes. I've seen them get caught up in that and all that. Fortunately, I've never been in a situation to where I've lived outside my means to that extent. But like, it happens all the time.
Right.
Like that shit it's a real thing. And then like before you were saying, like, people don't realize like the groupie dudes is the worst.
They vicious.
They vicious because they always it's always dude like, oh no, I got the weed, I got the bitches, I got this, I got that, and we got this.
They just want to be around.
They want to be around, and before you know it, they quote unquote pulling tagging motherfuckers along. But before you realize, you got a $30,000 tab that he looking at you to pay. Like, yeah, you having a good time, but this got to get taken care of. Right. They going. Where we going after this? The liquor, ride, the liquor, food, the crib we got to go to, the hotels, like all of that shit adding up, and that shit on you. You sitting there looking like, bruh, I ain't even asked for all this. I could have went to sleep by myself with all this. Right. Like, it ain't even like that.
I ain't asked for none of this shit.
Nah.
Real talk. And what they need to let the players know, they need to let me come there and break it down to all the rookies as soon as they get there. Let me just tell y'all something, right? With all the rookies there is a union of bitches all around the country. See, you don't know that these bitches is everywhere like broken glass because this your first time in the city.
Yep.
You hear me? These is gonna be some of the baddest bitches you ever gonna see in your motherfucking life. Bitch feet look like she never walked on them, like she laid in a baby crib till she was 23. You hear me?
You hoped and prayed for.
Right.
She gonna come. She gonna
But you
play
don't
innocent.
understand.
Right there.
You don't understand. You met this bitch. Y'all was playing the Denver Nuggets.
And being your man DMs on the same team.
And you know what you know what you asked? You asked, what's the popping spot tonight? And guess what they tell you? They told you where all the basketball teams
Go to Cookies.
Yeah, no, this the upscale when y'all want to go here. And guess what she know? That y'all had a game tonight and all the motherfucking players
worked there.
come to the motherfucking Cookies. And guess where she gonna be at? Her and her girlfriend, they some bad bitches. They gonna plant themselves right in Cookies, right?
They gonna be looking like
guess
Cookies.
what you gonna do? You gonna see this bitch and you gonna look this bitch in the eyes and you gonna say shit like, man, I buy this bitch a Benz.
Buy a
This
Bentley.
bitch so bad, god damn.
I drink this bitch bathwater.
Then you going
Drink the bathwater, it's gonna be over.
and then guess what? You in the club with a bunch of 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", lanky motherfuckers, and they guess what she know? These niggas play for the other team. So guess what she do? She lock eyes with you niggas. And well, that's all you was waiting for because you was trying to get a look from that motherfucker. Now you lock eyes, y'all exchange numbers. You don't know she gonna be in that same motherfucking club when the Detroit Pistons come through. And she gonna be in that same motherfucking club when the Sixers come through.
She got to play on 18.
And the Warriors. You hear me? And the motherfucking Knicks. And every night she in there, every other night she in there going home, she glazing her dick. And then she only looking to catch one of you niggas.
That's it.
That's all she looking to catch.
But she juggling
One
like
of you
15 of
niggas.
y'all.
Yeah. She just looking to catch one of you niggas. That's all. She get one of you niggas, she good forever. Oh, I'm pregnant. I need child support, $8,900 a fucking month.
Nah, but it's crazy because a lot of times, like, we think it'd be like that, but it's just like that with a lot of them in general. It ain't even like a female need money and nothing like that. It's a lot of females who just want to, like, be with, stand next to somebody who, quote unquote, right.
Right. It don't even be necessarily they want to set you up for the child, but a lot of times when you meet your bitch like that and then y'all stand by each other, it don't never really be no trust there. So then she end up not being your bitch. That's what I'm saying.
She be everybody else bitch.
And then when she's not your bitch, she like, but we got 2 kids together. So child support, $16,400 a month.
Shit, that's for one. Nowadays.
Damn, $32,800 a month.
You like, damn, man, I shouldn't have stopped in Chicago.
Right.
I should have went to my room that
I
night.
should have
Nah,
never
for
went
real.
to fucking Cookies in Minnesota.
I should have went. Listen, I played the game. I had my food waiting for me. I should have, you coming out. You know, how you come out the locker room. You took your shower. You got your bag. You going to the joint. You got the top flight hotel. You don't need nothing. You like, damn, I should have went there.
That's when you start blaming your teammates. I wasn't even going to fuck out.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fucking took me to the club, man.
Come on, nigga, you
That's
bitching.
where my accountability left me. Like, I'll be like, yo, bruh, fucking with you, bruh. If I wasn't fucking with you, I would be in this predicament right now, boy.
I was chilling.
Like, for real.
Real
Like,
talk.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be on that shit for like
Every
all the
nigga be on that
what?
shit. All a nigga do, nigga meet a bitch, now he going through it. He blame it right on his homie, dog. You was the one that wanted to go to fuck the Onyx that night.
Man,
I didn't even want to fuck
I ain't even want to go. You
like-
always want to go to the Sid. This nigga right here, you always want to go to the Sid, man.
You like, nigga be sitting there like, dog, yeah, I wanted to go to Onyx, but I didn't tell you to drink a bottle of Hennessy, take your shirt off, for
Hey,
4,001s, and then fuck the bitch raw. You did
The whole time.
I was with you till you said wrong.
No, listen, the whole time.
I was with you till you went there.
And all you had to do, because you had the plan. You had your food waiting for you because your peoples when they got the food, because you know the city in, so that platter that you like from that spot,
They got exactly
they brung it
what you
down
like.
to you. They made sure you got a top flight joint. You got the whole pan. You in the best hotel in the city. Room overlooking the city. You could just go back and chill, plug up your Beats by Dre speaker, one of your speakers. You know the vibe. I'm going to chill, I'm going to relax because we got to jump on the road early in the morning. It's 2:00 in the morning. You at Cookies. You with Cookie. And shit got real crazy because she brung her girlfriend too.
And let me ask you a question. You ever snuck out to get some ass from the hotel Or snuck some ass into the hotel?
Nah, cause our shit different. Like our shit ain't like the NFL shit. Like them motherfuckers got curfew and all that shit. Our shit like, bro, as long as you be there for the meeting and there for the bus, you good.
Oh, in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all niggas
man.
was he out Chicago at a bitch crib on the west side, 3 in the morning.
Bro, no
Had some
bullshit.
Harold's chicken?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Real talk. We play.
Oh, dumb as shit.
Real talk. We play. I got 6 man of the year, right? And this is during that year, but I was already like I was on fire. I was killing, and fucking with my brother. I had a night in New York, and it was a memorable greenhouse night back in the greenhouse days. Shout out to Spade. But when I tell you, we left there one night, went somewhere down the block, and I didn't get to practice until like 9 o'clock. We had practice at 11. And I got there at 9 and I slept the last 2 hours at the arena. I never went home. And when I tell you that shit was fucking incredible. When I tell you I had a time, I had a time.
Yeah. But how'd you play that day?
Went nuts.
Oh, you went crazy, huh?
Crazy. Crazy. Unfortunately, that was one of my spills. If I went out, I played well.
Well, I'd have lived in the club. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm gonna have 30 tomorrow.
I was trying that at one point. Then it got hit to me, so I had to dull it down.
I'd have told the coach, "Fuck you talking about, nigga." When I go home and I get 8 hours of sleep, I had 14. When I drink Henny and I dog these bitches out and I show up to the arena at 8 and get 3 hours of sleep, I average 34.7. I'm getting drunk tonight.
That's crazy. You ever missed the bus?
What?
What happened when you missed the bus? They leave?
Not only did they leave, bro,
So you got to get on the plane to go catch them.
I did miss the plane. First of all, I missed the plane one time, but they didn't know I missed the plane, so I got over on.
How the fuck they didn't know? How you break this story down?
So I'm in Atlanta.
Oh my God, you was in Magic City all night.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it was
Which one? Gold Room?
Nah, it was like Molly's or some shit like that back then. So
Oh my God.
So I'm in the strip club. I ain't gonna throw him under the bus. So I had to go to North Carolina the next day, right? So the team plane or the team bus left at 9, but he was leaving at like 9:30. So I missed all that shit. I ain't wake up till like 12:31. He was going to North Carolina and the team was going somewhere else. And it just so happened that we had a conversation the night before, right after the game, that I was going to be flying back with him. So I was good with the team. But once I realized, like, as the night was going on, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to just go back to the crib, like, catch the flight. So I hit the trainer or whatever. And luckily the trainer bailed me out. So I missed the team plane to go back to the crib. And I missed his plane to go to North Carolina and fucking around in Atlanta. It was like,
how did you get there?
I drove from Atlanta to North Carolina. Cause I wasn't gonna fly back to our city and just be coming through the regular airport. Cause the NBA teams, they know too much. It ain't just like, you know what I'm saying? Like they know everybody and whatever in your city. You see somebody just walking through the gate, whatever. It'd just be the most random shit, and they be like, "Oh, what was you doing walking through at 10? I thought you was flying back." They got people everywhere watching. Oh, for sure. It's literally federal with them, 100%.
Damn. So you drove back.
I drove from Atlanta.
Motherfucking law on 85.
I drove from Atlanta to North Carolina and caught the jet from Carolina back to Oklahoma. Lucked up.
Man, this is crazy, man. You had some crazy nights, man.
No, I had some nights. I ain't gonna lie. I lived the life, but I'm fortunately to be on the good side of it too. I seen a lot of motherfuckers on that side, and I ain't seen them back since.
Damn. The women and the drugs and the partying.
Straight up. Damn. Like fortunately for me, like I never like dibbled and dabbled and all that chemistry shit. So I kept it weed, not a little bit of liquor. And people always look at me like I'm some Henny guy and all that shit. And I don't even really drink like that. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I swear.
No, that was
like,
the meme, man.
No, it was the meme. And what made it so bad was like it was a bottle of champagne that they put the meme in. So it was like, if you drink Henny, you know what a Henny bottle look like. If you drink champagne, like if you drink, you know what bottle look like. So, but it was just the name that they gave me. So,
Hey man, players.
But now listen, if you had to get some game, as young boys, a lot of young cats in the NBA, NFL, a lot of them, there's young cats in sports, they watch this show. If you had to get them some game, what would you tell them to protect themselves? Because now, it was cool then, but now it's 50 times nastier than when it was out here. Yeah. Like the clout, I'm talking about the clout, I'm talking about the semen demons, they is the fuck
cameras.
out here.
For one,
the DMs, the IG, all this shit.
I think the number one thing I would tell them is to understand and develop a true relationship with yourself, and understand like you don't need the applause of everybody else to be 100. Like you don't need that. You don't need nobody else's validation to feel like you're 100. You don't need nobody else's validation to feel like that's what makes you happy, sad, or whatever else. Move how you want to move on your time. Like, don't get me wrong, don't disrespect nobody else's time, be late and do stupid shit as fines and shit like that, like I did. But at the same time, like, you got to establish that precedent with yourself first, because it's easy to get lost and caught up in some bullshit. And I seen it. Like, if you don't have a true grasp and hold on who the fuck you is doing this shit,
right.
Like, it's easy. It's real easy, and there's snakes out there, and they'll let you drown, die, drink your blood, everything.
Right.
And it's straight like that. Ain't no chasing. Like, there's people out here who really don't mean no good, positive intent for nobody.
Right.
But themselves.
Right.
And for us athletes, we tend to be so gullible, and
you got the money.
You got the money, you got this, you got that, and it's easy to get motherfuckers leeches up under if your circle ain't tight. If you not whole as a person, you don't need nobody who's sitting there trying to blow smoke up your ass or do something for you. Nigga, I don't need you to take the trash out. I'll go take the shit out myself. Right. Like male groupie shit, like, oh, let me go, I'll go get this girl for you. Nah, bro, I'll go get this bitch myself. Like, I don't need you to talk to me for nothing. Like, I don't need no spokesperson. You see what I got right here? She know what I do. This is ain't none of that. So when people, like, that's the first thing I tell them is, and the second thing I tell them for real, is understand every brother ain't a brother, every sister ain't a sister. Like, everybody don't want the best for you, even though they may have the same last name as you, they may look like you, they may whatever. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's like, because for me, I preach a lot of black love and black unity, because that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to unite with. But I also want to unite and preach on a lot of the same, either the same level or higher thinkers. Because the moment I continuously try to keep pulling you up, you keep pulling me back. Like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and keep reaching my hand down. Like, I'm either gonna go to the next level without you, or you gonna come on. Right. But I'm going up. I'm not about to sit here and just keep doing this with you, bro. I don't got that kind of time. I'm not fortunate enough. I'm 37 years old. If I'm blessed as a black man, I got another 25, 30 years out here. Right. So I got 4 mouths to feed of my own. So I ain't got time to be helping a whole nother grown ass man trying to get out the mud. Like, let's go. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, for the young, to kick the truth to the young black youth, like, bro, it's too much competition. There's not enough unity. That's the only thing I hate about basketball, football. It really don't apply to us as much anymore in baseball, but like those team sports opposed to like a golf or a tennis or something like that, because then you really get to understand what your team look like. Because we as basketball players, we've been built on a team. We put in this certain mentality, oh, it's all about the team, it's all about the team, it's all about the team. When in actuality, you have an individual team as individuals that is more important. Like, for me, I got 4 kids. I got they 2 mothers. Like, my parents, I got siblings. They got their kids. But at the end of the day, they grown ass people. Y'all got your own situation. These are 7 people I'm reliable for.
Right.
I'm responsible for. If worst come to worst, I gotta make sure they good.
Right.
Even before me.
Right.
To an extent, because the mothers obviously take care of my kids. So that's just a given. My mother, 100%. That's what I do it for. Other than that, bro, you got to get it how you live.
Right.
I'm not about to be sitting out here at 38 years old going to the strip club spending $10,000 with my homies. Like, bro, who's spending that?
Right.
We gonna go to the bar, get a drink,
right,
and we might go Dutch on that.
Right.
This ain't that.
Right.
Like, I ain't nah.
Right.
I'm all about listen, we on the upside. We trying to make bread together. All right, cool. But all that other just key to be around, that's dead.
Right. Right. That's it. I've been told you that.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't hang with niggas just to be hanging with niggas.
Fuck me hanging out for.
I did that already, man. I did that for enough time in my motherfucking life, man.
Man, I'm trying to get to it, bro.
Get to it, man. We gotta get to it. We gotta make something. If we not bringing value to each other, what the fuck we doing, man?
What is we doing?
Fuck we doing, man? We ain't. We just gonna always keep getting around. Yeah, man, you seen the game last night. Yeah, man, fuck that shit, man. Let's talk about some money, man. You hit the bank this morning, nigga. Did you see your account last night when 12 o'clock came and that money hit, nigga?
Man.
See, that's the type of shit I'm trying to talk about. All the rest of that old shit. Yo, son just had 12 tackles. Yeah, I'm trying to tackle 12 motherfucking checks today, nigga.
Sure.
Fuck is you
Well,
talking
impress
about?
me. You send me the video that you just got the new Benz or the new Maybach or something. Shit, man. See, that's what I want to see. That's my boy. He getting to it. Let's get.
Nigga,
You know
getting
what?
to
I
it.
gotta get to it. Hey, yeah, what we doing today, man? How we get?
Yeah.
For sure.
Fucking right.
That's
Fucking
what I'm
right.
looking for.
And shit, because at the end of the day, you gotta leave something to these motherfucking babies, man.
That's it.
Yep.
If you don't leave nothing to these babies, you ain't did your job.
And like you
That's
said,
what
we in the cold world ways though. The selfish shit out here, the manipulation, everybody playing a victim to make you feel bad. Like, no. You breathing like I'm breathing, baby. You better go get it yourself, especially if you grown.
Straight up.
If you grown, motherfuckers entitled. It's just wild out here.
Yeah.
It's like you know, if you young and you in the league, like I feel sorry for a lot of them boys, man, because the shit that's coming their way, a lot of dudes can fuck their game up because they got to worry about who, the cousins or the brothers or the aunties or, the all types of motherfuckers that's everybody, everybody wants some money.
Nah, everybody.
Everybody wants some money.
And if you ain't got a motherfucking strong foundation, for real, if you ain't got a mom to be like, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You send them some money if you want. I'ma fuck you up.
Word.
Then you ain't good. You done.
Because you got to think about them M's at your account. And, everybody got an idea. Yeah, I need 10 grand because I'm trying to do this. Everybody think,
Everybody got an idea. But then the worst part of, like, and it always at home for dudes because it's like, because that's, in a relationship, that's the soft spot. Your lady, that's where shit get, you do a little pillow talking, you loving, doving and all that. But she also paying attention to how much of these other niggas is making too. And she just, sometimes it ain't just all easy and she just around here like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice, this is nice. But I also went into the old girl house and then I seen how they was living too. And this,
You're like, what?
all of a sudden, hold on, how we get on this?
So you going from, some of you dudes going to be sleeping with the enemy.
No, real talk.
You be like, bitch, don't you know my man? Bitch, I make 1.5 a year. That nigga make 1.5 a game, bitch. You're living good though, right?
They
So
compete.
now
They looking on Instagram.
So now I went over to my
Looking
man
on
crib.
Instagram, seeing instant
Why they got
gratification.
this?
Like, oh, they got this, they got that, they got that. Like, you know what that nigga, you know what he bringing in? You know what type of, you know what's going on?
And the whole time, dude, you sit there like, you was just in a low ass apartment, right? You know this motherfucking house is 94 square feet, 100 square feet, right? Bitch, you know we got a west wing and the east wing. Bitch.
You know nobody in your family ever
Right.
lived like this in their life?
And you
Yeah,
telling me,
everything paid off.
you telling me about what
LeBron doing?
Carmelo Anthony had in his crib, bitch?
Everything paid.
You telling me about the $800,000 he had in his crib? You told me you want to get that?
But you got a brand new G-Wagon and driver. You got everything. You go shopping where you want. You got all the stuff.
He like that.
But you talking about how big LeBron wife closet is. Bitch, I ain't LeBron. I ain't LeBron.
But what's so crazy is that that's what everything is about.
Something.
Everything is
Instagram.
about competing. Oh, they got this.
Instagram. What can I post?
I gotta get this.
Word.
This is what's popping now. I gotta get this. This is what. So for me, it just be like I don't never follow no motherfucker. I'm not worrying about no trends, man. I'm just worrying about doing me.
That's it.
Right. And another thing too, what he was saying is, try to find out who you are to all the young motherfuckers that's coming in the league, because you will get there and you making more money than what you ever made, and you think that money gonna be there forever. So now motherfucker that's proven, the motherfucker that's already did it, the motherfucker that's getting paid real money, he pull up, he got 8 cars, man. You can't compete with this nigga,
8
man.
cars, 3 cribs. He got whole other shit. You're not even in the stratosphere. Don't even
Shit paid for it. And he paid for all that off his sneaker deal.
Yeah, like that's paid for. You over here renting this to go rent that this is paid for.
Right.
You ain't there's no competing. You lost if you trying to compete.
Right. Yeah. So don't compete. Just know who you is. Get you, I ain't telling you can't, celebrate the fruits of your labor. Go ahead and get your nice car, but you don't need 8 of them bitches right now. If a time come where you can get 8, trust me, you'll know.
100%.
You'll be like, man, I just bought these 8 cars to put on my taxes, man, because I get so much money. But shit, man, we gonna wrap it up, man. We appreciate it. Oh, all right. Nigga, he bubbling and shit. We gonna. Yeah. Oh, get him some toilet paper.
You gotta take a shit. JR taking a shit. First time somebody took a shit on $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, that's some
Don't bear back the toilet. Lace the toilet, nigga.
Yeah.
It was a light for you, man.
And he shitting in the dark. He ain't even turn the
Yeah,
light
you
on.
turn light. You get shit gonna be all over the toilet, the back.
No, man. Damn.
No, I spot the fuck up like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time though. This history, man. It's the first time anybody ever took a shit during the interview.
Right during the interview, man. It's just wild.
And you can see how he was walking. He was walking bold-legged. It was some clenching in going on in there.
He was bubbling, walking on his tippy toes. No, the motherfucker got to take a shit.
It was one of the watery pumps too.
Shit come out water.
Hit the motherfucking
the
water.
back of the whole back of the toilet blew it. He blow the whole. You go in the joint, shit gonna be all in the back of the toilet, the backboard. He done fucking left that shit all on the backboard.
Motherfucker threw a grenade. Threw a grenade on the nigga. Poof. He want to be golfing, drinking all them fruit juices and shit.
He golfing.
He want to be drinking all them healthy fruit juices on the golf course. Shit run through him like a motherfucker.
He got the tennis shirt on with the slacks bubbling. You know they be wearing the Dockers and shit.
Yeah, he got the wrinkle-free cotton Dockers on, bubbling and shit on the golf course.
JR Spliff.
Yeah.
JR shits. He took a smash. JR shits. That motherfucker ripped the toilet.
First motherfucker took a shit during the middle of the interview.
That was wild, man.
He turned to the Michael Jackson monkey Bubbles. Oh, hold on, let me get some Bubbles. First of all, a nigga got to piss, he gonna hold it. Nigga got a shit, you can't hold it.
Yeah, hold no.
Nah, I've been trying to hold that.
He was trying to get through. The motherfucker Chick-fil-A fries activated.
Yeah. Yep. Tore him down.
That grease wasn't right. Huh?
Yeah, they used some old grease. That old grease fucked him up.
South Jersey grease, man.
That's a South Jersey grease fucked him up.
They had the grease for a month. They keep draining the grease every night. They keep that shit for a month. Just get all the particles out of it. Just keep dropping it back. Pour it back in there. It's cool. You taste everything in there.
Last batch.
You get some fries that taste like fish. I'm like, damn, it don't taste like some flounder. They had some crab cakes in this joint?
Yo, for real.
I ain't asked for no crab fries.
Yeah. But man, JR, man, we appreciate you for coming through, man. You gave up some real game, some real motherfucking spill today. We enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure our viewers is going to enjoy this motherfucker interview too. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Rodney Rogers.
But by you dealing in the game, hold on, one moment. By you being in the game, city to city, hey, I'm just saying, like, have you ever had any issues with though? You be messing with somebody you might have a chick and she got a dude and they stalking you or anything? Was it ever a time?
It happened. It happened before.
Damn, that's crazy.
It happened before.
It happened before.
Crazy.
He laughing hard.
Nah, because it put a bad rap on Jersey, man. Because it's like I would expect that from somewhere else.
What you mean?
Somewhere else. Like,
put a bad rap on Jersey.
Cause I'm from Jersey, like I was like, if somebody told me that story, right? If you told me that story, and this happened from somebody from somewhere else, I'd be like, oh, all right, that makes sense. But when you tell me a story like that, and it happens for somebody to be where I'm from, and in that state, it's just like, damn. Like,
So you was smashing somebody's girl that's from Jersey?
I ain't say all that. All I said was, when it happened, I was disappointed in the fact that it just happened to be somebody from Jersey that was doing it.
I don't know what he talking about. I'm confused. What happened with what you talking about from Jersey?
Nah, so a long time ago, long time ago, I was messing with this girl, and it just so happened that this girl was messing. She was messing with some dudes at the time, but this in particular dude used to be her man.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of got into like some stalking shit.
Stalking her?
Her and kind of me, like he would like do little petty shit, like send her shit and like shit that I was doing, or if I was trying to do something, or like where I was at, following me, shit like that.
Damn.
Be in her hallway on some weird shit, like, what you doing, bro? Like, and this wasn't even like my girl. Like, this was just like, it just so happened that people caught wind of it, and it just like made it seem like, oh, this is this girl. This is like, bro, we was just kicking it.
Yeah.
Just
damn.
He was ejaculating and evacuating.
What team was you playing for?
He was just smashing and dashing. That's it. He was just hitting and quitting.
You was with the Knicks.
Yeah, I was with New York.
Wow. Okay.
Man, he was
in New York City.
hitting another basketball.
That was a
New
long
York
time
City.
ago, though, man.
He was hitting another
Life.
nigga basketball player, bitch, and he put him under investigation, man.
Nah, see, that's what I don't do, man. I got respect for my dudes.
They don't mess with the
Oh,
players.
so he wasn't in the league?
Nah.
Oh, he was a Giants player. He was tackling the Giants
I
player,
don't do
bitch.
that. I don't play in the same sandbox.
It might have been a rapper.
No, he was a Giants
you
player.
won't be a football player or rapper.
No, a rapper would have shot him. Ain't
No,
no
all these
motherfucking
dudes
rappers putting him under
All
investigation.
Man, shit, all these
Fuck
dudes
you
ain't.
talking about. Ain't no rapper doing that. Investigation
Shit, you mean?
on a bitch, a rapper.
Shit.
That was bad. It was the Giants, nigga, man. He tackled one of the Giants players, bitches. he hired a private investigator. Where's he at?
Damn.
Hip hop police, man.
Hip hop police.
Oh, wait.
He's a hip hop police. It's a rap.
I was just saying, like, police, like,
Oh, wow.
we ain't got no NBA police. So I was like,
Hip hop
the
police.
NFL police.
No, y'all do got NBA police.
I mean, yeah.
Because the motherfucker you drove back, a motherfucker would have been like, why the fuck you got off that plane at 4:30?
Bullshit.
Listen, you heard what Carmelo said when he was on the show. He's like, they know everything.
Yeah.
If you go in the corner in America and just go in the store and buy a Lucy cigarette, we knew you was down in Baltimore buying a Lucy.
No, dead ass, though.
He said the motherfucking commissioner was like, I know what you're doing down there in Baltimore. Cut it the fuck out.
He's like, what?
Nah, for real. That shit was like, I ain't gonna hold you. If you like, very few people probably got that like one of those calls, like when you really was like in trouble or something, especially with the league and shit, and David Stern call you, and that shit was like really like, it was like worse than going to the principal or something.
When you got that call,
You know
what
I'm
happened? He called you, hey,
He called me.
Spliff. Spliff, how you doing?
He called me when I got suspended. And, we played. This was when Denver. We was with Denver when I was played against New York. When we got in a fight. And he called, and at first I ain't answer. I don't know nobody call me block. Like I ain't answering that shit. And then this is back in the day when you still listen to voicemails and shit like that. Voicemail hit. And it was a secretary, like, this is David Stern's office, we're gonna call you back. David Stern expecting you to call you back, this and that. So I'm like, man, I ain't calling this motherfucker back. I ain't gonna lie, that's the type shit I was on. I ain't calling this motherfucker back. And my agent at the time was like, listen, very few, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it's very few things that you're going to have to do. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to call this man back. And I was like, shit. And I called him back. He got on the phone, JR, you know, you're a very talented player, and let off with all the good shit. Like, oh, all right, bet. Like, I'm thinking everything's smooth.
It's cool.
And then he dove right in, like, you know, you ready to fuck your whole career up, and this league can make you and break you, and, you know, through shit like that out there. And I was just like, damn, let me get my shit together real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, like, and right out, it was fucked up because that's when I was, like, really starting to come into my own. Me and Melo was, like, the highest scoring duo in the league and shit. And then we had traded, we got get into the fight, then we trade for AI, then I started coming off the bench. And it was just like, that's when I got put in that role to like, oh, he's just the dude come off the bench opposed to like an actual starter. Right. So, you know, that shit changed your bread. You starting and you come off the bench, you go from making down there the max to down there the mid-level. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, it still worked out because obviously I stuck around for so long, but it should like.
How many years total?
16.
Damn, that's what she had.
That's baseball years.
Right. So you needed that call though. Commissioner called him, JR.
Stop the bullshit.
Let's slim it down to an ounce a week, JR. Your whole fucking arena is stinking.
Yeah, pound a game, pound before each game. It's not gonna work.
What?
You like JR? The fucking NBA locker rooms just smell like you got the other locker rooms stinking.
I'm not gonna
JR.
lie, bro. That shit make me mad because I want my bread back. They suspended me and fined me all them games for that weed, bro. Now you can just smoke
How much altogether?
I lost a couple hundred.
Yeah, but you walking in that bitch raccoon eyes. JR, you been smoking?
Hell nah. See, that's the only thing I ain't start doing that shit.
You like me?
Like
they like, JR, have you been smoking? You talking about me? Smoking?
I never used to smoke for the games like that.
No, he still got smoke coming out his mouth. Me?
Nah, see, I ain't never used to smoke for the games like that. I couldn't
No, you
do
did?
it. Nah.
Probably to perform the best.
Cause like even like to me, even if you did, like you got like 2 hours before the game, like when you there to the game start, you got like 2 hours, so you're not gonna be high anyway. But for me, I was always paranoid because people would already assume that I smoked, so that's the first thing they're gonna say. Oh, this is high, he this, he that, yeah. Like, so I was like, at worst, I can't give him this excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think you was paranoid a little bit because you was high? They think I'm high. Motherfuckers looking at it.
I ain't no paranoid. I'm not a paranoid smoker.
They think I'm high.
The homie.
I'm not a paranoid smoker. I be too lax because I smoke. I get those complaints. Shit to be happening. I'll be like, oh, word? And they'll be like, damn, why you not like active? I'm like, I'm chilling. Like,
they like, yeah, he's. Who gave him the kush?
Yeah.
They was like, fuck what you doing up on 120th and Nichols?
no bullshit. Hey, yo.
We seen you there again, JR.
No
Take
bullshit.
him up there. You wasn't going to get no jerk chicken.
Man.
You was getting that smoke, that sour. We know what they sell up there.
That's funny though. They now I know you mad as shit. This nigga done lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now niggas be like this. Yeah, nigga, that was a hell of a game, mother.
But and I get it. Like you gotta clean the league up to an extent. But like you go from motherfuckers drinking Budweiser and Coors Lights at halftime, smoking cigarettes and joints at halftime, to the strict ass shit to where you can't do nothing, and now you open it back up to where, okay, you good now, and then you ridicule and do all of this shit and like dehumanize people because you trick the public into thinking they like these fiends or drug addicts and shit like that. So you lose deals and endorsements, shit like that, and it's like, bro, you fuck with people's life, and now all of a sudden now it's just okay. Now it's cool. You open back the floodgates up. Right. Like, what about that 20-year gap where this motherfucker was supposed to make $100 million, and now all of a sudden he can't make $5 because you just tarnished his whole legacy.
Cause motherfucker need, cause he let us smoke the weed. Though if you stay JR, if you stay away from the weed.
Man, don't even get me started on him.
That was crazy.
JR, you only got one job, JR.
Man.
That's it, yeah. To stay off of the weed.
He got one job. It's an entertainment. That's it. Pure entertainment.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I'm an advocate for connoisseurs, so for marijuana. So, you know, I never think that marijuana causes any harm to anybody. So I think that, you know, we should all smoke a joint a day at least.
What you think, Wallow? You think weed causes harm?
Loser. He's a loser. He called my wife and said, I be telling Gil stuff, and he never forgets.
He lost his memory.
He never
He
remembers.
lost his memory?
The weed.
No, that nigga, I remember what I want to remember.
blame
You
it
be
on the
telling me
weed?
a lot of dumb shit. You be telling me a lot of dumb shit, so I remember what I
Yeah.
want to remember.
Why you blame it on the weed, though?
He getting really messed up. He keep forgetting stuff. It's the weed, man. I read up on it. Did the research. Memory loss. Google it.
Memory
Everything-
loss because of weed.
Mm-hmm.
I think my shit be getting better.
Me too. Fuck wrong with him.
Like,
Yeah,
for
man.
real.
Fuck wrong with him. Nigga never drank a brewski, never had no weed,
You like
never
to drink-
popped a perk,
You like to drink Bruce.
never took a Xanny.
That's
nothing.
all the stuff that you did.
You never did nothing.
Snort
Never
the
did no
line, you had a
syrup. Never
line.
did a line. You never did nothing. You never did.
Gil used to love them lines.
It's cool. You can whatever you, but you never
I
did
ain't
They
going
used to
with
call him
that.
Larry Line.
Girl, you know the lines. I ain't going with that,
nothing. Larry line.
man. Can't go with that. I tell you, man, once that shit
Man,
start
get the
looking
fuck
like a
outta here,
chemistry shit, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I love weed, man, too much, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate you for coming through, man. Giving up some game, talking that shit, blessing us with this hot ass interview, man. We appreciate you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all.
Real talk. It is just like that. Right.